Thousands of Kenyans resume work tomorrow at a time the country is operating under a dusk-to-dawn curfew. With the lives of millions of Kenyans who survive on daily wages now in jeopardy, what options are there to guarantee survival during the coronavirus pandemic? And to what extent can the formal sector come to the aid of the unemployed in society? KTN's Moremi Mwangi interrogates.
For Mercy Muturi, a mother of 3 surviving on this weighing scale, every shilling counts, and so does every footstep that passes past her central business district workstation. But with the country battling the microscopic yet deadly coronavirus, a burden too heavy to even rest on this machine lies on Mercy's shoulders.
Watu kama sisi tutaumia tena zaidi. Unless waweke hiyo mikakati alafu waangalie watu wa chini vile tunaweza survive.
Mercy's predicament mirrors that of thousands of Kenyans who survive on daily wages to put food on the table. In the Kenyan economy, where 83% of employment comes from the informal sector, whose future now lies in jeopardy. As the dusk-to-dawn curfew enters day 4,
disposable income.
a State of Affairs Treasury Cabinet Secretary, Ukur Yatani, admits it's already a headache to the national government.
It has affected every sector, every segment, every population through anxiety, through real-time, situations, dealing with the sick people, dealing with the deaths. But also importantly that, it has significantly changed the economic landscape.
But what options does the government have reassuring millions of unemployed Kenyans of their daily food and shelter during the coronavirus pandemic? And what role should the private sector play to ease the pressure on the government? While most focus has lately been on the need for the national and county governments to set up a special kitty, especially for the unemployed Kenyans worst hit by the COVID-19 pandemic.
To produce for their local market.
Honda Kenya chairman Isaac Kalua argues while this might work in the short term, the solution during and after the coronavirus pandemic lies in policy decision makers harnessing skills in such informal sectors as the Jua Kali to generate local solutions to the economic deficiencies occasioned by the coronavirus pandemic.
More than 32 million Kenyans use the motorcycles on a daily basis. How do you protect them from coronavirus and at the same time keep their jobs? And this is where the trust comes in. Kenyans must be able to trust the border rider and create an opportunity for them to engage in an alternative business, including being delivery services.
Because that's where the majority of the Kenyans are. And that is the group that can give us socio-political instability. Because you can imagine if that 83% of the people who work in the informal sector go hungry, they don't have food. You can imagine the political consequences or the social political consequences, the instability that would result from that.
It is still uncertain how long the COVID-19 pandemic will stay with Kenya.
The business sector.
But Kalua cautions that policy decision makers must in future appreciate the potential of the underutilized skills of the millions of unemployed Kenyans surviving in the informal sector, as well as the need to motivate local investors with economic incentives to steer the country towards homegrown solutions that enhance the country's economic stability in event of similar future crises.
To create an economic stimulus that is sector-driven and a very clear strategy that is going to create an upsurge of job opportunities and a raft of measures that are definitely going to keep the economy running.
Labda serikali kama inaweza toa mkakati ya watu kufungiwa kwa nyumba, watuangalie vile tunaweza survive. Kitu kama chakula, maji, kitu kama hiyo. Ndio mimi naweza omba tu.
Every crisis, they say, is an opportunity in disguise, and the need to pay more attention to the informal sector is certainly a critical lesson for policy decision makers as the country continues battling the coronavirus pandemic. Moremi Mwangi, KTN News in Nairobi.